Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I wanted to share with you guys a couple of updates that has been going on with my collection since I basically fell off of doing YouTube. A lot of things have been going on. I did rearrange some of my plans, but I also just want to share some exciting things that did happen while I was basically off YouTube. So I know when we last recorded, I had mentioned I was waiting for a couple of blooms. One of them was my Christmas cactus, which did bloom. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it on my Instagram stories. I'm not as active, that's why I don't mention any of my social medias. I've honestly just been enjoying living life as much as possible. So I've been really busy. I've been trying just to make my home clean most of the time, and I do work full time. This is basically just for fun if I have the time type of thing. So haven't been concerned or too worried about putting content out since I have been busy. I haven't been wanting to stress myself out, but this is something that I do like to do when I have the time. So I've been wanting to share these updates with you guys, so here we go. So the Christmas cactus did bloom. If I have pictures or footage, which I think I do, I'll post for you guys to see. And then we did get blooms from one of my Hoyas, which I think it's the super silver, sorry. Is it Coriana? I don't remember exactly the official name of the plant, but the Hoya super silver bloomed for me twice, and it actually did grow a second peduncle, which ended up dying because I missed watering it. So it did put out a second peduncle, but did not bloom. So the first peduncle that put out, it bloomed twice, but then the second one that came in didn't bloom. And I did get pictures of those, so I'll insert those. They have the most cutest blooms ever, and it's actually right over here, if you guys can see. This was, I think, the one that died, and this was the one that put out two blooms because it has a longer stem there. Well, I would have to probably get you guys in closer so you guys can see. But I was saying that this one's the one that died here. It didn't put out the blooms for me, but this one, if you can tell, that it has like two clumps there. That one's the one that put out the two blooms, but they were really, really pretty. I was like really excited to get that bloom. So the next thing I wanted to share with you guys, other than those blooms, because I do have several things blooming. Obviously we've gone through several repots. Not sure what order the videos are gonna be, but I just wanted to share a couple of things with my collection that for me were kind of exciting, and I'm hoping will be exciting for you guys too. Okay, so one of the repots I did, and I did not record, so you guys won't see this, that's why I'm sharing, is my Philodendron gloriosum. This is actually the Philodendron gloriosum zebra, which I did get from Bros with Hose. So editing me, I forgot to mention that I did chop my plant in half, and it actually is putting out a new growth. So this is the front part of the plant, which obviously is putting out this new growth here, but this is the back end, and it actually has a new stem, if you guys can see, coming in there. Hopefully the quality is okay because I am using my phone, but that's where I made the chop, and then I have two Philodendron gloriosums growing in this pot, so we'll see how it goes. It's such a pretty plant. So the pot I got is a self-watering pot from Target, and I believe that it looks so pretty in here. I'm gonna insert a picture of when I first potted it, because this is one of its newest leaves. Well, the newest one, since that new one that's putting out, and it's so pretty and so big. But it started facing this way because originally I had this Sancy light here. Down there, I have a bunch of storage stuff there now, but I had it there because my pink princess was there, and well, I did move it. I chopped it. That's another update. I don't know if I mentioned that in any of the videos or if I did it before. or I mean after I stopped recording, but I did chop it. So I did move it out of the way. I didn't really need the light there anymore. And since the leaves were facing inward instead of outward, I wanted to put the Scentsy light here. So I just clamped it to this lamp that I only use if I'm in my office after work when it gets dark. But yeah, it looks really pretty in that corner. I did end up moving my philodendron McDowell to the living room because I just thought it would look prettier there. I do want to put another stand there so my Hoya is not just sitting on the floor, but it is going to get light from the mother light there, so it should be fine. Let me see. Another thing I wanted to mention is I did repot my Syngonium, oh my god, I'm all over the place. I did repot my Alocasia fried egg, my variegated Alocasia fried egg, which, let me open up the cabinet here. I don't know why it's doing this. It just got watered yesterday, so if she's not thirsty, maybe she didn't take enough water, but look how giant these leaves are. I did pot her into soil finally, and as you can tell, she's not transitioning very well into the soil. We are losing a leaf. We have this other beautiful creamy leaf. You know what these leaves remind me of if you're Hispanic? Chile relleno. Or chile relleno con crema y queso. That's what this reminds me of. The way the leaf looks like that. Oh, but they're so beautiful. Then I think we do, yeah, have another growth coming in. If you guys can tell, it's a little fat there. But this is one of the plants that I was dying to show you guys. Look how massive my philodendron tortium is already. Do you guys remember when I first got it? If I do have any footage, which I don't think I do, or pictures of when I first got it and how small. I mean, these are the original leaves down here, if you can see. But look how big. This one grows so big, so fast. It's so pretty. I absolutely love this plant. It's just living here in the cabinet. It loves it. Obviously, it's fairly close to the light. There's high humidity. And then my ping did put out 2 blooms this time, which, let's get in there and take a look. I'm happy that we're at least getting to see the 2 blooms here. Aren't they cute? Look how pretty that flower is. This one I think is the older one, so that should be on its way out. And then this one's the newer one. I think it's leaning this way because my power went out yesterday, and I had to go into work, but then I got sick, so I left early. But I think it was following the light. See how it's kind of turning back now to the mother light? And as you guys can see, I did move out my 2 Anthurium. So the Forgetti Eye, I was going to call it the fried egg. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. The Forgetti Eye, I just moved it over here. They were getting too big for the cabinet. And then my Beachy Eye, I actually moved it to the living room. I'm hoping that it'll do well there. I moved that one there because I heard that it's kind of like a philodendron, so I'm hoping it'll do a lot better. These plants I repotted off camera. So we did buy this bigger self-watering pot. Sorry. That bigger self-watering pot for my Maranta variegated, which, haha, is growing back, and we have variegated leaves. Some of them are super stunning. Look at that one. Oh, and then of course we do have the one part that was reverted that's in here and is normal. I just left it in there. But the point is we are getting new variegated leaves back. I chopped it completely back on the parts that was all variegated because it was just really not looking its best. But it's growing back, and she's coming back with full forces. So hopefully this self-watering pot will help me keep this plant happy, because it's the summertime where this plant just said, nah, I'm gonna die. And then its previous pot, I gave it to my Stormanti. Hasn't been doing the greatest. And then a lot of the new growth, again, I'm pretty sure it's due to lack of watering, has been coming in damaged or dead. This one looks like it'll be okay. I've been trying really hard to keep up with watering, so I'm hoping that it'll do well. Then we did buy a new pot for my white fusion. This was from Walmart. I think I got it on Walmart online, but look how cute it is. It has, sorry, it's heavy. Has mushrooms all around it. Sorry, I'm drawing blanks. Yeah, but it's so pretty in the new pot. And then this here, you guys, is very sad. This is my begonia burkini. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. I think it has like some type of mold thing. All the leaves were just dying, all the new leaves. They look kind of dusty and moldy, and they eventually just cripple and die off. I decided to go ahead and cut it back completely because I have heard the begonias can grow back from that. So we're just keeping an eye on it. I just watered it because it did need to be watered. But all the new growth looked like it had like that dusty mold. So I'm gonna try to clean it. I tried spraying product on it, what's it called? Neem oil and some other fungicide. Sorry, I can't speak. I've been up since like 3 in the morning, I think. Yeah, but we'll see. We're holding on to it. I did mark it as temporarily. Well, I guess I marked it as dead in my app so it don't remind me so much about it, but we're just gonna keep an eye on it and see what happens with it. Up here, we did move my Summer Glory. I did water it recently, but I don't know, the way the leaves, I don't know if you guys can tell, are kind of turning in. I wonder if it's too hot for it up there. I'm not sure. We'll have to keep an eye on it and make sure. And then these are more plants that I did pot off camera. Sorry, my mic moved. More plants that I did pot off camera. I did just size up the pot for my philodendron ring of fire, which I want to show you guys. Look at this leaf, how it came in. Isn't it so pretty? And then obviously it is working on a new one right there, and this is the last newest leaf. It's so pretty. I love this plant. I'm so happy I got it. Bros with Hose. Good price, and they grow so fast. I think this was the newest leaf that came when I purchased the plant, and then this was the one after, so obviously it's kind of decreasing in size and then growing back now that it's acclimating to its new environment. And then my philodendron Billy TA, I did pot it up into, I think that's a 5-inch pot, and it did that thing again where it gives me like a really small wonky leaf. I don't know if you guys can see it back there. It's kind of dead and the stem did get smaller, and now it's putting out, I think, a bigger leaf. So I don't know if it does that because it's under stress, because this is the last newest leaf. It did get stuck, so that's why it has damage here. Yeah, I don't know. My Billy TA is doing some funky things. And then my Sabrina, because I don't know how to pronounce, or Supra, is doing amazing. It just put out this new leaf. I think it just finished hardening off. Really, really pretty. It looks like this one may be on its way out, but it also has like a ton of new babies. So it's just loving life right now. And I'm getting hot in this room. So you can see with the lights and then the sun coming in this afternoon, it gets pretty warm in here. Not much to say about my Hoyas up there or the other plants. Let's go check the living room. Okay, so we're here in my living room for several reasons. One, it's rainbow hour. Can we see the rainbows? And two, because I did move stuff around. So I don't know which is going to come up first, but I did chop my elbow, and she's not looking so hot right now. Don't worry, it's not going to fall. Yeah, she didn't like it. But I chopped it because all the leaves were dying on this bottom stem here. Like, this is the last one. on it, and I didn't want just the naked stem, and I had a pretty tall elbow already as it was. So I think this one here is the newest leaf, and this is the top cut. And I did put them, because they had roots, like decent root or area roots into the soil, and so far they seem to be doing okay. There's just one that didn't, which is this one right here. I did put it in water because the stem was crinkling, so I'm gonna try to put this back into the pot with the other plants. But so far it's been doing really good in the water, so hopefully it'll continue to do good. Another thing I did do, and the reason I wanted to show the living room, I moved my dog's kennel over here. It's temporary fix. I'm planning on building like a wood cover, kind of like a table where I could put my plants on top stably. Not too many. I'm thinking just those three, and maybe some tinier ones in the front. We'll see. But I haven't built it, obviously. So what I did in order to protect the furniture, I just put a old sheet that we don't use anymore over it. But that meant I had to move all the planty stuff that I had here somewhere else. So I moved both the Mother Grow Light, and then, God, I'm drawing a blank of what that is right now, but it's just a regular lamp with a grow light instead of a regular light bulb. So we have now my Syngonium alba here, which also has the Aria, and they've been doing pretty good here. I have a lot of new growth. It doesn't really need to be watered very often. Look how pretty. See, it's doing really well. And then we do have my snake plant here, the Zibanto Sensation. We also moved my Syngonium Frosted Hearts, the other snake plant. I'd had to chop up my silver sword, which I just have it on the floor now that it's getting warmer. And that's the silver sword right there. It's just, it wasn't growing. And it had so many growth nodes. If you guys can see, let me zoom you in. You see how it had so many growth points on it, but it just wasn't growing, and I don't like naked stems, so I chopped it. I did the same thing to the Frosted Hearts, and it looks so much better now. It also has a pretty long stem too with a bunch of growth points, but you can't tell as much since the bottom part has been potted back in, but as you can see, it has little growth there, basically all along the stem. So I'm hoping it'll fill out fairly soon. Here's my Anthurium beechii. It's gonna get really good sun from this window here. This is the south. I'm sorry, I always get turned around. I think this is a west or east facing window. I can't think right now. I'm sorry. You guys know what I mean. But I think it's going to do really good here. Then I did move my Mammii here, which I also potted in the same pot as the Gloriosum. Sorry, I was looking at my plants. I think this plant needs to be watered. So I did move the Mammii here, and it's also in a self-watering pot. I've been adding water, but it still looks like it's really thirsty. Is it not getting, I don't think it's getting enough water. So I'm gonna have to fill the water's gone. I'm gonna have to fill the reservoir again, is that how you say it? And then we have the Philodendron McDowell, sorry, over here. I thought it would look a lot nicer here. It's kind of hidden behind the couch, but you can see it from the dining area, so that kind of works. But oh, it's so pretty. I think I would be able to fit one more of these. Probably have to scoot one forward and one back a little, but I think they should both be able to grow here pretty decently. Also, my ZZ plant, look at all the rainbows, it looks so pretty. And don't mind the wires, that's like the kids playing their video games and stuff. But we did also upsize my ZZ plant. It was extremely, extremely root bound. See that pot right there that my marble queen's in? Yeah, that was from the ZZ. So I went from that pot to this pot, and I thought I was almost gonna have to break it. I did damage some of the roots. I lost a lot of leaves too, so it used to be a lot fuller, but now it has the room to grow. And it looks like it took the very aggressiveness of trying to get it out of that pot pretty well, so I think it'll be fine. And then, as I mentioned, I did repot, or yeah, I pot this one. I put in some of the cuttings, so that's what some of the yellowing leaves are. They probably didn't like being put back into soil since they are water roots, but they'll get used to it. And then this is the pink princess that I chopped up that was in my room, and this over here is its cuttings. I just have it here on my countertop, living there for now. Waiting for it to finish rooting so we can pot her up into a decent sized pot. And then I did repot my Mujala pothos. Right now it looks really crazy. It's also going to be another video if it hasn't been posted yet that will be coming soon. And then I did get new plants. So I repurchased a new strawberry begonia. This one is by far a lot fuller and healthier looking. It's so freaking pretty. I've been trying to keep up with the watering. It's definitely a really thirsty plant. Like, I think it needs to be watered again. So definitely one I would probably need to put in like a self-watering pot or something that'll keep its moisture a lot longer. So I'm going to leave it in the pot that it's in and just going to water it maybe every 3 to 4 days because that's what it seems like it needs. Oh, look at the new leaf. That's so cute. You see it? This plant looks so pretty, just kind of trailing off to the side here. And then these two plants are new. So I did have the watermelon peperonia as a wish list plant. Because I used to have one, but it died when my AC went out, I think. But I seen this one, and it's like a variegated version of one. I know I have seen some pictures of it, but I guess it's called something Harmony. I don't remember, but I'll leave it on the screen for you guys to see. But she's so pretty. I expected this to be tiny, tiny, but it's not. Look how beautiful this is. Oh, it's so stunning. Look at that leaf. I got this on an Etsy shop. If you guys are interested, I'll leave it linked in the description box. So editing stuff, remember to do that. And then this one is my very first African violet. It's very, very small. It's just a little seedling. I have this like heart-shaped glass over it, which I got for Valentine's Day. I potted it in this little tiny thing here with some dilettantes, and so far it looks really good. I'll leave you guys a picture of what's going to look like once it grows, and hopefully it'll bloom. And then over here we have my orchid, which guys, it's blooming. I didn't think I would get to show you guys because this bloomed. It's been blooming for a while actually. We have 2 sets of blooms. So we have this row here, and then there's like a second, which is that one, those 2 there. And it just looks so pretty. So it actually likes me, which I'm surprised unless they're death blooms. I don't know. But not much of an orchid person, but it gave me more blooms and they look beautiful. I was so excited when I seen it. The last update I think I have for you guys is my Dieffenbachia, which I repotted. I think that's a 8-inch pot. And then I bought this new stand for it because it was just too big and it didn't fit. So I wanted to keep it here because I really, really like the way it looks and how it's been growing. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to water it more often now that it's in a terracotta pot. But it should be fine, it should do well. And then the stand, if you guys like it, I'll have it linked on my Amazon storefront for you guys to take a look. But I really, really like this stand. It's so cute. It came with 2. So there's that one, and then it came with this smaller one, which I haven't put down yet. So you guys can see a comparison of the 2. But they're really, really cute. I think this is where I'm going to put the pink princesses once I get them potted in their new pot. All right, so yeah, that's basically it. I think those are all the primarily all the updates I wanted to share with you guys since, you know, I've been MIA for a little while. But I'm really happy overall with the stuff that's been going on with my collection. I hope everything's well with you guys. Let me know if you have anything going on exciting with your plans. Exciting going on with your plans is what I mean. My mouth and my brain don't connect. I don't know if anyone else can relate. But anywho, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and seeing what's going on with my collection. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below what you would like to see next, or if you have any of the same plants in your collection or anything new exciting in your collection as well. I would definitely love to know. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that little notification bell so you're not missing out on any new videos here on my channel. And yeah, that's basically it. Until next time, you guys. Bye.